Greetings and salutations, my operators, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order Lost Belt number 7. Last time, we traveled towards the third underworld, where we learned that, unlike the original underworld, which was just a dark desert with no sunlight, it is now a horrendous hellscape desert, where gravity changes in certain places. Where it's so hot that even the dinos cannot stand it. And for some reason, we can't summon any servants. So that is scary, considering the fact that we are about... the warden for this underworld is also Erishkal, who became, her tan version somehow? Oh. Warning, in this quest, you will be defeated if the guest servant Kukulkan is vanquished. Would you like to begin the quest? Yes. I knew it! That's Erishkal! Emphasis on the gal. Huh? I expect them to be rattled. Maybe they didn't hear my introduction? Heh. So you're the human and heroic spirits from proper human history. I've never seen any of you in my life. Very well, intruders. I shall introduce myself once more. I am Ninkigal, goddess of the underworld. I am the Sumerian deity, and I have taken charge of the third underworld for very good reasons. Fear me! Revere me! My underworld is fair. All who enter are equal, for all become my slaves. Do as you're told, and I'll spare your lives. Defy me, and I'll grind you into fertilizer and use you to enrich the soil. This pressure! It's definitely the real Erishkal. Her spirit origin pattern perfectly matches the one on Chaldea's spirit origin graph. She must be the fourth and final heroic spirit that was summoned on the border. Only she's been turned into an altar, like King Protea and Benienma. Bear Draco, try calling out to her. That she looks the way she does must mean she must be the same Erishkal we fought in Babylonia. Yeah, Babylonia. First, we need to find out if she still remembers you, and if she understands why Chaldea summoned her. If we're lucky, and things work out, we might be able to resolve this whole thing peacefully. Alright. Hey! Thanks for all your help back at the abyss! Stop that! Why are you waving at me like we're friends? I thought I told you I've never seen any of you before. Now listen to me, will you? I said nobody here gets special treatment. It really is the Erishkal we know. I'd recognize that inability to hide her true affection anywhere. Gosh, doesn't this remind you of Urk, Senpai? I told you, my name is Ninkigal. You still have no idea when someone's being mean to you, do you? Think she realizes what she just admitted? Do not worry, everyone. That's just Erishkal altar. She's going by her old name to match her new evil self. But she's still the same poor goddess she's always been. Only now she's got a command spell tying her to this place and commanding her to be the ideal ruler of the underworld. So, Kamato's used a command spell to make her, the guardian of this underworld, like he did with the other two. Oh, but wait, we don't have Rasputin with us anymore. Isn't he the only one who can undo an ultralization? I don't know this Rasputin, but it doesn't matter what kind of servant he is. My oath will never change. Do you know what McLawn's bat told me? He said I should become who I've always wanted to be. Well, that's who I am now. Ninkigal, the truly perfect goddess. I'll never be envious of the heavens. I'll never be jealous of Ishtar. Here, I'm the invisible goddess of the underworld, who's never made a mistake and never tasted defeat. That's the command spell I cast on myself, and my pride won't change it for anyone. So, are you saying you allowed yourself to become an alter, Erishkal? Yes, that's right. Once I fell into McLawn and saw the state of this underworld, I knew I had found my calling. I watched the end of the Age of the Gods all by myself in the Sumerian underworld, so I know without doubt that nothing and no one can stop this world from coming to an end either. And when the world is ending, might as well be the only right. Might is the only right there is. Kindness and forgiveness are of no use there. A true goddess coldly and mercilessly exploits her followers, right? So I made this third underworld into a world where everyone obeys its god forever and ever. Here, everyone worships me, and everyone toils away every day to mine gemstones for my tribute. Here, I'm the one and only god, and my power is absolute. All other divine and heroic spirits are forbidden from entering. This way, even if things go wrong in all the other strata, my little corner of the underworld here will remain completely peaceful and prosperous, right? I can't believe I'm seeing a god of Sumer promote monotheism. How embarrassing. As you can see, Erishkal has become so competitive with Ishtar that she wound up thinking just like her. So I take it you all understand what it is I'd like you to do, yes? I still don't get why she got rid of the flowers, but yeah. I know I'm kind of an outsider here, so I don't have any right to speak on your relationships. But am I right in understanding that Kamazat has set that girl over there down an evil path? She's long since reached the end of that path by now. But yes, that's right. Now, why don't we show her that violence always loses out to even greater violence together? So you're a god, and you're actually from McLawn. Not only do you not have anyone worshipping you, you don't even have anything worth protecting. Do you really think a pathetic, phony goddess like you could ever defeat me? Fine then, I'll show you the authority of a god who's overseen the birth of a real civilization. Get ready, Bear Draco. It's time for you to learn firsthand how mighty and awesome the goddess of the underworld really is. Oh, this is gonna suck. There's not like really a super point in her doing anything, really? I mean, I should just use the support one then. Cause I think that's just a flat 50% damage boost. So like, might as well, right? Okay. Well then.
大逆に死我が身はホルスなるしファラオ天空よいい気持ち
Maybe I should save that, but probably a good idea just to tank. No.
ピンチチャンスに
I'll save the invincible.
かわいお仕方ありませんね屍の鏡暗黒の扉扉と恐怖の心暗空ネブタジュゼルそれ知らず出ませ苦しみなさいホルアクティ冥界の私の身は丸かじり
Ooh, that's working. Mass chain. Wait, no, I want. If that's, I don't use stars for that.
準備いいですか最大ダメージお任せくださいパラドクスエフェクターセット一歩両時短装填済みですブーストストライクマッシュモーター
Oh, I could have saved the stars, couldn't I?
どうだバーニア突撃しますたーい遅すぎない懲罰開始
Well, we're taking hits at least. Alright. Okay. She's NTing next turn. We can chain Kukulkan. Or we can load up MASH.
オルテナウス疑似リンク解除止めないでね神明東映捕獲これは多くの道多くの夢をする運動のし証明せよロードキャメロットマヤパンサー
Nice. We made the right call. Cool. Oh dear. Oh dear.
お願いメスラムタイヤ冥界の守りを知りなさいイデオン発熱神殿
Might need to restart this.
これが私のクルピガルイルカルだ
Oh, we did 0.
なんて情報
We did lose MASH though, which is bad.
量申し訳ありません
Thank God we got MASH's MP off. Now we're in danger. Hmm.
キラキラしてるこのとても楽しかったとも急な仕事任せて
This do anything else other than heal? Oh, I guess increase dart drop.
ここをもうちょっと念入りによっこいしょっと
Maybe actually lead with Habitrot, Buster, going to NP, and ending with Kukulkan.
その辺だバッチリだな魔法糸バシバレル解放方針根性で固定スピンスター壁ドローッとよそ見して痛いのはちょっと好きじゃないかな丸かじり
Still somehow alive. How many legs does this bull have? Super Buster Chain, I guess? Wait. How many guts do they have? Oh, it's just eternal. They're unkillable. Okay. Okay. Whew. Thank God for gimmick fights. I guess. What the hell is happening?
Ah! Tabu! Look out! It's taking everything I've got just to hold back one of those legs! Oh man, this is nuts! Those legs are freaking huge, and there's so many of— Wow! Oh man! We've got nowhere to run! We can't even fight back! Is this what fighting the demon god pillars was like? Yeah, compared to caring for Lord Ozymandias' Sphinx, this is no big deal. Heh, see? I told you I went out of my way to trample you personally. This is my boundless gorge, the Heavenly Echo Shrine Ishtar used Gugalan. Gugalana as a divine beast. I don't need a divine beast that only goes around wreaking havoc though. Terrible use of resources. No, all I need for my shrine are his legs. And as you can see, for the cost of a single Gugalana, I can command a bunch of his legs at once. I can't believe you're only using Gugalana's legs! Ouch. We're completely outmatched, aren't we? I never thought he would gather every Gugalan in the underworld in one place. Gugalana, goddammit. It seems we're surrounded by leg walls. Looks like we'll have to try our luck again some other time. Don't give up. The only thing I can do for you now is pray for your success. Dumuzid, out! You bastard! I'll say this for him. Oh, some real fancy flying. Damn, he got away. If he's not pilfering my magical energy reserves, he's fanning the flames of dissonance among my followers. But never mind him for now. His punishment can wait. It's over, Bear Draco. There's no escaping my Gugalana walls. But don't worry. Once I capture you, I'm going to be nice and make you my permanent personal divine gemstone artisan. Uh-oh. What a horrific ordeal. Where are we now? Is this the oasis? Yes, it is. I didn't know what was going to happen to us when those legs sent us flying, but it seems we're still alive, at least for the time being. I guess we were captured after Lana's legs knocked us out. Yep, this must be one of Erishkel's spear cages. If we were in top form, we could probably destroy it, but I doubt we could manage that right now. We did take a hell of a beating. I'm so bruised I can barely move. I wonder what'll happen to us now. Are we really gonna be forced to toil away in slavery to Erishkel? Of course you are. What do you think the underworld is for? All of you are now residents of the underworld, and you're going to work for me for all eternity. From now on, your schedule will consist of breakfast, working, mining ore, lunch, work, mining ore, dinner, work, extracting magical energy, and sleep. You're going to keep that cycle going until you've stored and up as much magical energy as you possibly can, and don't expect any days off either. Oh man, that sounds way worse than death. So you really did capture us just to put us to work. Are you really so eager to puff wow. Are you really so eager to puff yourself up? Not even Ishtar will go this far. On second thought, never mind. Let's try this another way. You said you made an oath to yourself that you would be the ideal goddess to rule the underworld. Does that mean you need to build up a ton of magical energy to rule the underworld properly? Not really. I just want to make my slaves work as much as possible. Like they did in Egypt with the pyramids. That is not remotely accurate. The pyramid's construction was a strictly above-board affair, conducted entirely in line with good labor laws. All the slaves were paid salaries, given regular breaks, and offered free beer at the end of the day. Our welfare system was absolutely perfect. We could never have accomplished such a great feat if not for our proper standards of labor laws. I don't know what's driving you, Ninkigal, but you're going about this in entirely the wrong way. Is this how Sumeria's gods conduct themselves? Hey! Sumer had good labor laws too, even in my underworld. I was the only one who ever did any actual work. No, never mind that. This is Miquella's third underworld, not Sumer. You're the one who doesn't get it, Nitchris. How long are you planning to protect this shell of yourself? You still don't understand why you were really called here. That was clear to me in our battle earlier. What? What do you mean by that? You're a queen of the underworld too. You should be able to exert every bit of as much authority here as I do. Not only did you fail to do so, you did not even try to challenge me for dominance. If you had been summoned to your own land, your own nation, then I could understand trying to maintain the image you cultivated during your life. But this is a foreign land and a battle for all of humanity. You're supposed to be protecting the future, not your past self. You're saying I'm putting myself first? Because I haven't allowed myself to be altered, like you have? Alterization is just a means to an end. The question you should be asking yourself is, what can I do? When I was still alive, my dream was to have an underworld covered in flowers as far as the eye could see. And of course, I made it happen, since Miquella has just as much atmospheric magical energy as the Age of the Gods. But it wasn't good enough. This isn't a Holy Grail war. My own dreams are secondary at best. So I gave up my field of flowers. I even gave up my right to return to Chaldea. All to become the strongest goddess in this underworld. That's the role I was meant to play. Is what I what I'm most proud of as a goddess people once believed in. Anyway, on a different subject, where's Bear Draco Mash? Probably hiding behind your shield, right? Well, tell him to come out. I won't bite. Huh? I'm sorry, but Master isn't here. Didn't you notice? He pulled off a brilliant escape during our battle. What? That's impossible. How could he have possibly escaped my shrine? Good thing we managed to make it out of there. We're lucky this cavern was so close by. I even managed to get a fire going in the remnants of an old fire. I wonder who could have been living here.
Dumuza, probably. I don't see him anywhere, though. More importantly, thanks for the rescue.
Oh no. You were the one who helped me there. That was some great thinking. If you hadn't pointed out that the third and fourth legs were moving at different speeds, creating a gap between them, then I never would have thought to scoop you up and jump through that opening to escape. I have to say though, it was pretty thrilling. A narrow escape as a hoof of the size of a building tried to crush us.
I bet. I'm sorry for making you hold back.
Huh? Not for asking so much of you? Don't be silly. I'm not holding back at all. I haven't been any help at all, have I? I really thought I'd be able to do more, but now there are all these things tying my hands. So much for Kukulkan and the free-spirited wind. I wish I could apologize to Quetzalcoatl.
She seems lonely. It's true. You are a lot weaker than you seemed at first. And that's because you're holding back. You haven't used your Noble Phantasm.
Huh? Whoa, what are you talking about? I always go all out with everything I do. I never push myself too hard. Set limits on myself. Or held back. I only ever do what I want, yes.
You approached us because you were interested in us, right? But now you're putting up walls because you feel like you shouldn't get too close to us, aren't you?
You could tell.
No, I just happened to make a good guess. Please, let that wall come down. It's okay. I won't be mad.
But, are you sure you can trust me like that? I mean, I'm the god of the Lost Belt, and you're a human. And one from proper human history at that. Wouldn't it be way more likely that I'm just pretending to be kind to you to get an opportunity to kill you?
Seriously, don't make me laugh.
I can see from your smile that you really mean it, but how can you tell I'm not a bad god?
You're essentially the same god as Quetzalcoatl. That tells me all I need to know.
I guess you got me there. Okay, I got it. No more secrets. Time to reveal who I really am and rescue everybody. But if I really should be doing whatever I want, then I'd kind of like you to return the favor. You know that handy thing you do with servants, where you form a bond with them to feed them magical energy? I'd like to use that. I'd like to use that so I can pull off some cool techniques. So, would you?
I'm not a master right now, but sure, of course I will.
Alright, I'm feeling just great. Just leave it all to me, Master. I don't care how many legs Guga Lana's got. I'll beat them all with just one hit.
Good, you're done talking. I have to say, seeing cultural exchange in action never fails to warm my heart. Good day, hello, how do you do, and salutations. It's me, your local golden sheep and sleep device, Demuzen. It looks like we're finally about to witness a real battle between goddesses. Way to go, Bear Draco. Would you object terribly to me using that sweet line you just gave as my own work? To the whole world, of course. Only if you don't mind my handing you over to Ishtar. That's a shame. But of course, I was only joking. I'll just go ahead and seal the data from that recording into your next gift box. More importantly, I'm concerned about the others. We should go rescue them immediately. Sooner even. Kukulkan, if you can defeat Ereshkigal, that will solve everything. In her mind, the ideal ruler has never tasted defeat, as she put it. If she does, then she is no longer, by her definition, ideal. That will invalidate the oath. That is the command spell she cast on herself. And if that happens, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Ereshkigal will go back to normal. Exactly. Now please, get on my back. Wise Bear Draco. The key to our victory is defeating the third underworld guardian without destroying the underworld itself. Well, carrying you on my back has been thoroughly dull. But I suppose uneventful is good too, now and then. Alright, we made it through. The anti-gravity zone without a hitch. I hope you're ready, because we'll soon be at the oasis. Unfortunately, after I drop off Bear Draco, I'm going to have to retreat to a safer area. I'm just sorry I won't be able to see how the battle unfolds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, good luck.
Ah! He was being literal about dropping us off? Are you okay, Bear Draco? Do you need help? Never mind me, just focus on Ereshkigal! Wow, you really are a seasoned master, aren't you? Okay then, in that case... I'm gonna fight with my true style out of respect for the goddess of proper human history. Aren't you worried you might be a little... exposed? You think? I find it to be a very useful spacesuit myself. Oh well, I'll just have to show you how strong I am in this outfit then. Okay, Nintigal, it's go time. Your illegal, immoral, exploitative construction project ends now.
There, a perfect landing. Now, we challenge you to a rematch, Invincible Goddess.
Oh, I know you did not just drop out of the sky into a rolling landing. Knock that stuff off. You give me a heart attack. Anyway, you want a rematch? What can a mage who can't even summon a single servant hope to accomplish against... Ah, I see. So that goddess is your last resort, is she? Fine. She's 1,000 times better than a certain cowardly sheep. Fine, out of respect for your foolhardy bravery, I accept your challenge. Come, my boundless gorge, heavenly echo shrine. If you really think you can get past my six-legged divine beast, go ahead and try.
Oh, so I had 6 legs. Somehow. It's a solo, so I should probably switch to Cammy or Alice. Yeah, Alice. We want Alice. Okay, so what we got here? Yeah, save that. Do I need to evade? Oh, I should save for next turn when it has stars. I'm a fool! I don't like how this is positioned. Oh, she has NT gain up. Okay, that changes a lot of things. Okay. Okay. God darn it. Okay, how many stars do I have? 32 in total? That would not be enough. I do need a crit resistance right now. We still have 90. Okay. Hopefully they can kill it. Wow, that's what they look like. Nice. Oh, thank God I had the invisible up. Ooh. Nope, don't need to do anything. Wait, do I need to do that? Skill seal, attribute Earth. She's not a threat to humanity, I don't think so. Should I save for next turn? Because I still have to bust her up, so maybe the crit would do more damage. But the Earth modifier gets affected, right? No, no. Apply special attack only happens after. It's the only thing that applies to all my attacks. I think just going for Buster Chain is good. Yeah. Nice. Never check what resistance it was.
Are you freaking kidding me? My third command spell is back. Right. This is no time to be standing around gawking. Kukulkan's noble phantasm just obliterated Gugalana, but it was also the same attack that... Yep, that was the giant karate chop that swatted the stormboarder out of the sky. I knew it! The attack came from Miglan, from Kukulkan, the king of this lost belt. So that's what that was. But why do you look so happy about that, Da Vinci? I'm just glad I turned out to be right on the money. Oh my. So the one responsible for destroying the stormboarder, seriously harming Captain Nemo, and subjecting you all to unprecedentedly dangerous circumstances was Kukulkan. On behalf of all dinos, I am so terribly sorry for all the trouble our god has caused you. I promise you, we will all discuss what to do with her when we get the chance. Personally, I think she should spend a century in the 9th stratum thinking about what she's done. Hold on, Tapu. I had a good reason for attacking them back then. I'm McLan's guardian, remember? I saw an opportunity to get rid of Caldia on the surface before they could excise our lost belt, so I decided to take it. So she actually is our enemy. I can't believe she survived that. No, wait, that came out wrong. Maclan, I thought you would refuse to hear me out, just like David Sam Void. But things are different now, and I know you don't mean us any harm. That said, yes, I am responsible for nearly destroying the border, and an apology clearly isn't enough. If you decide you want to fight because I'm your enemy, or you want me to pay damages, I'll understand.
Fight you? I definitely don't like that idea.
Honestly, after what went down in Mexico City, I already had my suspicions that you were the giant. So I don't see this as a binary between friend and foe or anything like that. Besides, we can't forget you saved Barrel Draco and us yet again today. Da Vinci! Ultimately, it'll be up to Commander Gordov to make the call. Besides, the real problem is there's just no possible way we could defeat her now. So if she's willing to help us out, we don't really have any choice but to ignore the other issues. No, never mind. For the time being, I'm just happy that one of the potential threats has chosen to ally with us. Now, more importantly... Oh, that's right. What do you want? Stop looking at me like that. I don't need your pity. I don't even know what you're still doing here. Your business is in the 7th stratum, not with me, right? Now that Kukulkan's beaten me, the rule of the underworld built upon me being the strongest goddess no longer applies. Now this is just a plain old desert that happens to be part of the underworld. I wish I could disappear like the miserable loser I am. Why? Just come back to the border. I can't do that. Didn't the others tell you about this? Once you become a guardian, you can't leave your underworld without disappearing. Huh? Wait! You're still in your altered form, even though Senpai's regained his last command spell. Why is that? Has it just been too long? Is your mind and body now doomed to remain altered forever? Of course not, but thanks for worrying about me, Mash. Kamazato might have used a command spell to alter me, but he didn't do it against my will. I freely accepted his offer. I wanted a stronger spirit origin so I could help Claudia better. Gosh, that's so smart of you, Ereshkigal. So you've had an ulterior motive in those battles we fought all along.
You were totally pulling an Ishtar, weren't you?
Yes, I did have an ulterior motive. I just can't say what it is right now, that's all. But when the time's right, I'm gonna make you cry like a little baby out of sheer joy. So be ready for that. At any rate, I didn't go through authorization without knowing what I was getting into. There's no telling what might happen here, right? So I'll stay behind and keep being the guardian of this underworld, just in case.
Oh, forgot to do something.
Didn't the first two guardians tell you they couldn't go with you?
So I guess this means you can't come back to the border no matter what.
But it's okay. Don't worry about me. Even if I've gotten a little evil and delinquent, I'm still Ereshkigal, the goddess of the underworld and servant of Claudia. I'll help you to the end, no matter what you face.
Didn't Kukulkan just hand you your ass though?
Are you sure you're okay? Maybe you want to change your mind about coming with us. I was going to recover my strength after you left. Okay? Now go on, get out of here. Also, Kukulkan, you basically sucker punched me earlier. I know I kind of went with it and fought you in midair, but I'm at my best when my feet are planted on solid ground. So don't think this means you got me beat. I won't lose to you next time. Of course. We're still tied at 1 win and 1 loss each. Next time, I'll take 2 out of 3 wins. 2 out of 3? What do you mean by... Oh, I see. Next time would make it a best of 3 situation. Fine. Get excited about it if you want. Just know that if we ever fight again, I'll have a noble phantasm that surpasses Gugalana and Miss Lamtea.
And that's section 13 cleared.
Now we should be heading to the end game. Terminal Observatory Metzilan. Metzilan, I guess? And that's the long and short of it. Big though the fight was, we all came through intact. I feel like there's fluid in my nose.
I see. Well done. My mind so boggles at the mere idea of a mass of Gugalanas. At any rate, that sounds like quite the ordeal. I can't tell you how glad I am that I wasn't there for it. As for you, Kukulkan, are you really the body of light that struck the border? It wasn't a figure of speech or anything?
No, it was really me. I'm sorry, I was kind of just acting on impulse. I mean, you know how it is when a cute little bird flies into your house, right, Director? Just want to give it a big squeeze.
That was well beyond a squeeze, for that matter. We are definitely a beautiful phoenix, not some little bird. Grr. There are dozens of things I'd like to say right now, but I also don't want to interfere with my field team's on-site decisions. Now, Draco, Curelite, I'm counting on you two to keep a close eye on Kukulkan. If she starts acting suspicious in any way, throw something in her eye to blind her, and put as much distance between you and her as you can. Got that?
The old evil fog maneuver, huh?
Got it.
Evil fog maneuver? I've never heard of that move before. But I can't wait to see it.
Or not. Good. Then continue with the operation as planned. You may also be glad to know that our repairs are continuing on schedule. We may not be able to communicate while you are in the underworld, but our connection is holding steady in the standard jungle. So don't just wait for an emergency to contact us. If you have any questions about anything, let us know immediately. Alright, that's all for now. Next time we speak, I hope you'll have good news for me.
Man, I had no idea Gordov was such a warrior was. Wait, is he actually more capable than he seems? Is he a reasonable guy? Oh yes, Gordov Music has been an excellent director of Novum Caldia. And he's proven himself to be a talented mission commander as well. That's true. Servants are good at what we do, but by our own, that really just makes us a bunch of individual specialists. For us to work as part of an organization, we need a leader who can bring us all together. I wouldn't go so far as to say Gordy is perfect in the role, but he's always pushing himself to do the right thing. I guess he's what you call an unsung hero, but I wouldn't be surprised if he took center stage one day. So, he's a neighbor who learns and grows along with you. It seems there truly is no end of diversity among people from proper human history. At any rate, this seems like a good time for a short break. Chris, would you keep an eye on our surroundings while I make camp? Chris, is something wrong? Oh, yes, camp. Good idea. I'll send out some spirits to get rid of any nearby threats. Chris, wait! If you send out spirits in all directions like that. Huh? Why do I hear approaching footsteps? Don't dinos run away from spirits? I remember the ones the ones we saw Kamazat's spirit, who saw Kamazat's spirits, were all scrambling to get away as fast as they could. Those were normal dinos. The ones wandering around the jungle have lost their minds, so...
Yep, they're not afraid of anything.
Oops. This is your first time traveling in the jungle, isn't it, Nitocris? I'm sorry. I should have known better. No problem. We'll just have to drive them away then. You recovered all your command spells, right, my ally? Then in my capacity as Pharaoh, I will test your newly regained summoning skills personally.
Ooh, full power. If there's no brake brake bars, I think I can just coin and sky this. I think I can just buster loop my way through. Who need bond points? Rider and Lancers. Nope, don't need that one. I want you. And then lunchtime, and then portrait. Ah, seriously? Need to grab another 3-star then. Banky, sure. Oh, easy peasy. Wait, I should. No, whatever. I kinda forgot I need a third battery for Morgan. It's been a long time since I buster looped. Oh. Well, that changes things, doesn't it? Really should have brought Pierce Invincible. Or I guess I should have brought Melusine. She has built-in Pierce Invincible.
完全回復よろしくて式をそうしてあげるものあまり悩ませないようによくいい判断ですよく言いました
Ah, waste.
アコール潰れなさい多くの役割
Is this how I die? Uh,
ごいかほどご用件は目障りですね後ろです
Fred.
ごめん
Come on.
飛び跳ねますよバディですので
No luck. No luck.
さてどこから潰したものかよいい判断ですいかほど分断す
Stupid Invincible.
る魔女ですの吹っ飛びなさいませ
Nice. Should I launch a nuclear bomb?
はい NSS サービスですもちろんお望みのままにいいはよく目に映るも逃がすものアコール契約を続行しますかいい判断ですそれでこそ私のマスターかと
The battle's over. The Danos who have lost their minds are heading away. See? There, see? This was a perfect opportunity to verify that you had indeed regained your summoning ability. Exactly as I planned. Nicely done, Barrel Draco.
Yes, Pharaoh. You're right, Pharaoh.
Yep, you might regain your ability to summon heroic spirits, which proves you're a master. But it looks like you're still unable to activate your command spells. So while you can once again summon servants, you still can't use your command spells to empower them. Leave some gaps in your ability as a master. Maybe it'd be more accurate to call you a apprentice master of sorts, or even just a summoner. I actually took a look at the records from the first underworld to see how you ended up like that. And I think you said you made a deal with a mysterious guy in a mysterious place in order to come back to life. Is that right? If so, you could be stuck like this the whole time we're in the clan. Alternatively, we just need to teach whoever made this deal with you a lesson. Since Camazot's had your command spells, it stands to reason that he's the one who made the deal with. I think it was Tezcatlipoca from Mexico City. Camazotz did mention having made a deal with Tezcatlipoca. That would mean this mysterious person you don't clearly remember was Tezcatlipoca. That bastard in the sunglasses? I knew it. Good. That's yet another reason to kick his ass. All that aside, doesn't it seem like there were an awful lot of mindless dinos earlier? Do they have a nest here in the 7th stratum or something? No, nothing like that. The 7th stratum is just a comfortable environment for them. For most dinos in Oslomet, this is a dangerous environment where one false step can kill you. Part of that is because Camazotz, the god of death, lives nearby in the 8th stratum. But it's also because the 8th and 9th strata are filled with poisonous gas and dangerous cosmic rays. No living creature can easily enter those strata. They're just too deadly. Oh, so that's why the dinos we sent so that's why the drone we sent to survey the A stratum malfunctioned and stopped working as soon as they entered that area. That probably means the tree of emptiness is on the bottommost stratum then. I can't think of anywhere else it would be. Okay, that takes care of the campfire. How about we chatter and get the camp set up? How about we can the chatter and get the camp set up? I've got 2 tents here, one for Mash and Da Vinci, and the others for Bel Draco. They're all flesh and blood people, so they need a proper place to sleep. Needless to say, I'll be fine with a bed of grass. I love sleeping on good hard ground. I'm flesh and blood too, you know. You servants turning into spirit form is no fair, no. Want to stay in my tent then? Oh, good point. You trusted us enough to you trusted us enough to tell us that you were the one who attacked the stormboarder. So as one of our trusted companions, it's only natural that Master would offer you a space in his tent. Only natural. Thanks. But that's okay. I'll just sleep on the ground like Tapu. I've not quite been around for a year, but I think being alone in a tent with a guy would be a bit much. I mean, if I lost control of myself, then McLean would really be finished, yes. How scared should I be? So this is the McLean Observatory. A natural biosphere. This is more like a nature preserve than an observatory. And it's not like the rest of McLean either. This place is straight out of Cenozoic proper human history. Cenozoic era proper human history. Yeah. I'm not surprised. The Mala has no influence here. This is where the planet's sense of touch was dispatched from the inner sea, the place where the elementals that exist in proper human history were born. So since the god Filaments didn't create this part, yeah, that was right. So since the god Filaments didn't create this part of McLean, it makes sense that it would be closer to the environments you're familiar with in proper human history. The planet's inner sea, as in Avalon? Yep. If we think of a planet as a living being, the inner sea is a place for its heart that's guaranteed to exist. You know about reality marbles, right? They're essentially a mage's inner world made to manifest. A powerful spell that lays their own mindscape or reality, even if only for a moment. Well, the planet's inner sea is like that, but for Earth. You can think of it as a reality marble the planet itself possesses. That being said, Earth is a big place, and even human hearts contain multitudes. For example, the part of his heart that remains closed to human society, or the part that has a few bones to pick with it. Avalon is just one of several possible sides of that heart. One that prefers nature and eschews connections to human society. So, elementals born in worlds like that are essentially clones of the planet itself, right? Kukulkan, a moment ago you mentioned the planet's sense of touch. These feelers are born of the planet in the planet's inner sea, making their way to Earth's surface and ultimately return to the inner sea. But if, for whatever reason, they are unwilling to or unable to return, they become fairies, elementals, and divine spirits on the planet's surface. Yeah, though of course some fairy elementals and divine spirits manifest in other ways, so we can't say that's how they all came to exist. Meanwhile, there are some elementals who could only have been born in the planet's inner sea. These special spirits are known to be the planet's brain. Since they have hearts, why not brains too? Anyway, these elementals are born from the planet's earliest memories, which they then inherit themselves. They continually dream about the things taking place on the planet's surface. In the Magecraft world, these are beings known as archetypes, and the one up ahead is an incredible recorder of history. So, this being knows the history of life on this planet, long before the first humans were ever born. But I've also heard the archetypes take on the form of the dominant species from that age. This may be a lost belt, but we must forget, a lost belt is a hypothetical alternative to proper human history. In which case, might this archetype be also be humanoid like us? I think Tapu can answer that, right, Tapu? You used to be a researcher here, no? Oh, right. Now that I think of it. That's correct. I am Tapu the Stargazer, you know. I've made the trip between Chichen Itza and the Seventh Stratum countless times. I've never heard of an archetype before, though. That must be a bit of knowledge the Cryptor brought over. Though I get the sense you've known the term for some time, Kukulkan. I'm sorry. Feeling alone just weren't enough to convey the concept clearly. Man, words are perfect for this stuff. The Mala watch over us. They keep their opinion entirely to themselves. I'm surprised that Kukulkan, the teaching to the sun herself, would be bound to a rule like that. Oh well, I couldn't fail to note that Swick isn't like other dinos. Though I also suspect that a Miklan archetype is different from one in proper history. Miklan itself is already much like the planet's inner sea. It's closed off from both the surface and outer space, unaffected by change. For the archetype born here, it must feel positively suffocating, since she'll never get to see outside of it. Huh? A picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Let's keep going. You'll see what I mean once you meet her yourselves. Oh, and a word of warning. Under no circumstances should you adopt a combat stance, no matter how surprised you may be. This archetype is both highly sensitive and easily hurt. If we were to scare her off, she'll be useless for at least a few days. Doesn't look like anyone's here. Hello, Zwick. I brought some guests from Parpim History here to see you. They have some questions they'd like to ask. Could you please come out now? Please, try to get past your shyness. They'll find you quickly enough anyway. You're not hidden nearly as well as you think. There's a Parpim History saying that goes, when you cover your head, don't leave your bottom exposed. Well, we can see your bottom, that is, your tail, quite clearly. Nah, you're so mean, big brother Tapu. I was just working up the courage is all. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna welcome our guests properly, just like a good shrine man would. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to meet all of you. Thank you for coming all this way from Chichen Itza. I'm Swick. My job is watching over McLawn's journey from here in this moon plateau. There's much I don't know about the wider world, so I might say the wrong thing now and then, so please bear with me. She's huge! A diplodocus! You're an actual diplodocus! Your species was the largest herbivorous dinosaur on the Earth. Only you're even bigger than the ones from proper human history. You must be at least 60 meters tall, from head to tail. This is amazing! Hehe. Thank you, child of proper human history. You have a lovely voice, just as I thought you would. Huh? You know who I am? Did Kukulkan tell you about me? No, I saw you myself. I can see all the way to the second stratum from here, in fact. But unlike Kukulkan, I can't hear your voices, so I never learned your names. Would you mind introducing yourselves now? Thank you. Bear Draco, Mash, Habitat, Da Vinci, and Nitocris. Even the sounds of your names are unlike anything I've found here, but they're all so beautiful. I'm glad to have had a chance to hear them for myself. Thank you, Squick. I think your name is beautiful too. Also, I hope you don't mind, but I noticed you called Tepu Big Brother earlier. If it's not too rude, may I ask what your relationship is? Oh, teehee. Oh my, teehee. Oh my. That you even thought to ask the question tells me we are getting along wonderfully, Mash. As for Big Brother Tepu's and my relationship, we're just acquaintances. We met when I first came to this observatory to study the stars. Don't take her calling me Big Brother seriously. That's just something she does. It's honestly kind of absurd. Squick is 6 million years old, and I'm only 1,000.
Even 1,000 is quite a lot from where I stand.
I see. So, why do you refer to Tepu as your big brother then, Swick? Because ever since we first met, he's been bossing me around. I'm something of a special dinos, you see. Most dinos never come here because this observatory means nothing to them, but Big Brother Tepu kept showing up unannounced. A lot. He also said I was a good-for-nothing and a waste of space. Also a lot. I did not. Now, would you please stop with the unnecessary small talk and do your job as the eye of the observatory? There, see? He's always scolding me like that just because he happens to know lots of things. Is this one of those... Yes, he's the typical Big Brother figure who acts cold on the outside but comes to check on her out of concern. I swear, when are you finally going to grow out of such childish nonsense? Never! You know as well as I do that I'm eternally 1 year old. Well, I suppose that's true. Since you were born as the extension of the planet's sense of touch, you'll never grow or mature mentally. That's why you refer to me as your big brother, your older brother. From your perspective, everyone will always be older than you. Alright, Bear Draco, Da Vinci, go ahead and ask Squick what you'd like to know. She sees everything that happens in McLawn. So if anyone knows what David has been doing for the past year, it's her. David? You want to know about David?
That's right. Do you know him?
Oh, yes. He came here almost immediately after he first arrived at McLawn. He told me to tell him the truth about McLawn and his history, and to do it in 5 minutes because he didn't have time to spare on us. I knew he was a visitor from property and history, but I also didn't have any reason to refuse, so I told him what he asked for. In proper human history terms, That was exactly 1 year ago. That does match the time the cryptor first showed up. Hold on, you knew about proper human history and the lost spells before the cryptor arrived, right? Then why did you do what he asked? From where you stand, anyone from proper human history would be an invader.
I think my throat's trying to give out.
Good question. As an archetype, I was aware McLaren is not Earth's true environment. I could also foresee that David was used the knowledge he gained from me to form the Oslo Man and begin the hunting dinos. That's very sad, of course, but it was still no reason to refuse him. Everyone has different worldviews, principles, and values. No two people think exactly the same way. And reaching the true mutual understanding almost never happens. That's why everyone must be treated equally. We all know it's wrong to disregard other people's time, ideals, and lives just because they live far away. Or because you've never met them. Or you have no connection to them. Or it won't be to your benefit. This is the code of ethics for dealing with life we dinos have arrived to at over a very, very long time. We don't discriminate, either positively or negatively, toward anyone, regardless of how strong or weak they might be. In dinos, we all form the life equally. After all, a society where only special people are given special treatment would simply be wrong, wouldn't it?
Hint, hint.
As I thought, it seems she deeply impressed Mash. Yes, Swift complied with David's demands, which is why she'll now do the same for you. Now, let's get down to business. What has David been doing, and what is he planning next? There's no need to discuss anything yet. Him? It's not like you to be so impatient, Big Brother Tepu. If you want to know David's objective, then you should also know why he asked me. Isn't that how you would normally approach things like this? Good point. That information is entirely crucial. It's definitely crucial. And I'm also very interested in hearing it. Is something wrong, Tepu? You've been kind of restless ever since we got here. Have I? I suppose I have. I must have gotten more worked up than I realized over being back in the observatory after such a long time away. Alright, I'll leave the questioning to you, Da Vinci. In the meantime, I'll go prepare the Popol ritual. I don't think Tepu's irritated so much as he's suffering. Alright, I guess I'll handle the questions then. You said David asked you to tell him the truth about McLaren and his history, right? Our understanding is this lost spell began when dinosaurs became the dominant species. No, wait, that's not right. It began with the fifth of the Big Five, the meteorite collision that wiped out nearly all life on Earth's surface. Afterwards, the filament-like alien life form that came here on the meteorite restored the land after everything had burned down. Then they chose the dinosaurs to serve as their hosts and used them to create McLaren. That's our current working theory anyway. Are we on the right track? Whoa! You're too precious, Da Vinci! I'm amazed you've been thinking about things that happened in the time long before. Anyway, yes, that's all correct. Well, some of the finer details differ a little. In prepping history, the filaments came to Earth on the meteorite that crashed into the Yucatan Peninsula 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period. But in this last bout, that meteorite crashed here with them about 300 million years ago, at the end of the Carboniferous period. The filaments that came here from outer space and ended up stranded here are called Mala, in our native tongue. When they first landed, they used a network of plant roots to stabilize the supercontinent of Pangaea and keep it from breaking apart into smaller continents. So this lost belt actually started 300 million years ago, back when Pangaea still existed. 300 million years ago, before even the third of the Big Five took place? Oh, wait, so that's why Bail Draco was talking about the Carnivorous period before. Okay, that makes a lot start to add up. In Proper Human history, 95% of Paleozoic aquatic life went extinct during the transition from the Permian period to the Triassic period. That was when dinosaurs stepped in as a dominant life form, when they were better suited for the environment. After that, Pangea split apart to the Lasarius continent to the north and Gowanda continent to the south, which scattered the dinosaurs all across the world. But if Pangea hadn't fractured, then the dinosaurs' paradise would have had much greater opportunity to flourish. And as long as the dinosaurs remained at the top of the food chain, there would be no chance for mammals to evolve into intelligent life. So that's how Megalon began. How the Mala's early arrival changed its world so dramatically. But what about the fourth extinction event at the end of the Triassic period, the meteorite that crashed into the Yucatan Peninsula at the end of the Cretaceous period? Wouldn't either of those have prevented this lost boat from occurring? I don't know about the fourth and fifth extinction events for Proper Human history, but Megalon did have a fourth one. It was 66 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period, the same time as the fifth extinction event in Proper Human history, the Yucatan Peninsula meteorite. Once again, a meteorite collided with this planet, burning away everything on the surface and threatening the dinosaurs with extinction. That's when the Mala came to rescue. The Mala foresaw the meteorite's impact and built a shelter deep underground. They then collected all the energy on the surface of the Earth and redirected it to create a subterranean paradise. All the heat and energy that would have otherwise gone into restoring the surface over the next million years went into creating Biosphere 3. The result is the Megalon we have today. Since then, and for the last 66 million years, Megalon has been a world for the dinos. I can barely imagine timelines past a few thousand years, let alone millions. Yeah, this stuff is always way above my head. I would have to have Mash give me a very short summary later. I see. So that's why the surface was still post-apocalyptic. The seas were dried up, volcanic activity was out of control, and the skies were covered by dense thunderclouds. And it's all because the energy that would have normally gone into letting nature take its course went to Megalon instead. So here, over the course of almost 100 million years, the Mala gained control over Earth's surface. But that would never have happened in Proper Human history. In Proper Human history, the meteorite that carried the Mala was the one responsible for the fifth extinction event that happened 66 million years ago. That meteorite wiped out the dinosaurs and caused more huge changes in the Earth's ecosystem. That led to mammals taking over, and over the next 40 million years, humankind's ancestors were born. The Mala had their fibers full, maintaining their own environment, and so by becoming part of Mesoamerican myth, they chose to coexist with its people. Then the Mala might have been the dino savior, but it sounds like it was a little more complicated for the Earth as a whole. I mean, they basically took a significant portion of Earth and fashioned it into a home for themselves. As an archetype, what do you think about it? Does it feel like you were robbed or something? What? Like, curse you damn invaders? Not at all. The planets seem to be quite happy as long as life is flourishing, regardless of what form it takes. Besides, if we're talking about invaders, there's one that fits there's one that label fits much better. In fact, that invader was the impetus behind Megalon's creation. In Proper Human history, the Mala were responsible for the Earth's fifth major extinction event, and created the Yucatan Peninsula's mythological world. But in our Lost Belt, something else was responsible for our third major extinction event, a meteorite that burrowed its way deep below Miquelon. Like the Mala, it was an invader which arrived 66 million years earlier than it should have, owing to slight deviation in its course. A planet-eating monster that came here from the Oort cloud in the far reaches of the solar system. ORT. We're looking at ORT. So that's where ORT comes in. So ORT came to Miquelon early, but that would mean that the dinos should never have prospered to the extent they have. Wait, I got it. ORT must have died in the impact. That's why no one can find it here no matter how hard they look. No one's ever seen it because it's already dead. Oh no! ORT went on quite the rampage after it arrived. It actually completely destroyed Miquelon once. You're kidding me! Oh man, I was completely off again! But then, how in the world did the dinos survive? Please, tell us quick! Oh no, you're adorably smart, Vinci. That guess was almost entirely correct. ORT did die when it fell to Earth. It just doesn't die the same way most living things do. 60 million years after ORT first fell to Miquelon and ceased to function, it suddenly began to function again, just when the dinos finally arrived at their ethical approach to dealing with life. This was our world's fourth major extinction event. It was also when Earth gave birth to me! And so all life in Miquelon banded together to defeat ORT, and they succeeded. The end. But since ORT doesn't die like we do, it's bound to come back again. So this world did already have its fourth major extinction event. That must mean the ORT attack Bail Draco and Mash saw in Mexico City will be the fifth. I see. Now I understand. Mash, will you summarize all that for us? Yes, gladly. It would be too confusing to cross-reference Miquelon's history with proper human history. So I'll just make a timeline for this Lost Belt alone. Miquelon's history. 300 million years ago, this Lost Belt begins. The Mala fall to Pangea on a meteorite and stabilizes it with a network of plant roots. For the next 100 million years, Earth is a paradise ruled by dinosaurs. 66 million years ago, the third mass extinction event, the Mala detected a meteorite, ORT, heading towards Earth. The Mala created Miquelon underground, along with an artificial sun. They evacuated all life from the surface to Miquelon. The meteorite, ORT, punches through the surface to land in Miquelon, embedding itself in the lowest stratum. The impact causes it to stop functioning. 280 million years ago, Miquelon is thriving. Pro-Consul, 8 precursors of humanity, are born in Miquelon as well. 6 million years ago, the fourth mass extinction event. ORT reactivates. Squick is born. ORT is shut down. 1 year ago, proper human history cultural leak. The Cryptor leads a cultural invasion, which the dinos welcome. Now I see. Great work, Mash. That was all very clear. Oh no, compared to Squick, I may as well be minuscule Curiolite.
So, what was that with the parts marked in red?
Oh, Squick added those. She said they were important. Okay. Now I've got a pretty full picture. It's clear that ORT does exist and is still a threat. No wonder David asked you all about this. Now we're both on equal footing in terms of information. Oh no! I didn't tell David any of this! I was going to, but he said he didn't need to hear it because he already figured it out himself. What?
Hang in there, Da Vinci!
Then, what did David ask you? The location of Ortiz remains? No, he asked me if the sun had ever gone out. Huh? As in McLawn's artificial sun? Why would he want to know if it had ever gone out before? It must have to do with the Osloman's belief that human sacrifices can revive the sun. Now I see. I thought it was just a recreation of the Aztec mythology that Tezcatlipoca spread here. But if the sun really has gone out before, that would definitely explain the Osloman's religious fervor. Tepu even told us once that Magellan's sun went into a hibernation of sort for a time. So what did you tell him, Squick? The truth, of course. I told him that 6 million years ago, the sun disappeared around the time ORT resumed functioning. And I told him that was when the Khan Kingdom, the non-Dino civilization that was also flourishing at the time, died out. Huh? Hold on. Khan wasn't a Dino nation? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So you're saying that a long time ago, there used to be another non-Dino civilization here besides Mexico City? That's right. That's why I had the part in red about Proconsul being born earlier. For 100,000 years, a human kingdom flourished in Magellan too. They were much weaker than the dinos, but they had a great talent for engineering. Towards the end of the kingdom's life, they built a flying ship very similar to your Stormboarder. That ship is the only reason Magellan was able to fight back against ORT. Khan's soldiers accepted modifications to their bodies, which made them invulnerable. They fought to the last warrior. It was their efforts that drove ORT down into the bottom stratum. ORT sunk to a sea of magma, and Magellan regained the light it had lost, but the cost of victory was the entire kingdom of Khan. Now the remains of one of their cities have been repurposed into Chichen Itza. Not many dinos know that though. Big Brother Tepu is probably the only one, and only because he figured it out on his own. So that's the Khan soldier story. So, these soldiers enhanced their bodies to last for 6 million years, and now they stay intact even in death. No wonder those dead spirits were so tired and full of regret. Squid, did no one from Khan survive? Was every last one of them really wiped out? Oh no! One of them is still alive! The king of Khan, who dealt ORT the finishing blow 6 million years ago after losing all of his people, is alive today. His modified body ended up so strong that he was no longer able to die. In the 6 million years since, he went insane and began to fly around the underworld, a bat of death. He's still out there, even now. That brave king's name is Kamazotz, the mad king who continues to search for the people of Khan, though they no longer exist.
And that is the end for this stream. Wow, unexpected Kamazot being a former human king. Although it does go in line with the Aztec gods being just fungi. Or modified fungi. So that would track. Alright. Oh man. Apparently doing those high-pitched voices really killed my throat. Because I am feeling raw. Might actually do a different stream next time. Just to give my throat a chance to rest. But until then, until I decide that. Until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!